everyone, welcome back to the Rebel Crow Psychic Show with your host, Athena Silver.
Hey guys, I'm Anya River.
Tonight we want to welcome you to Halloween season. You know, hit the hat and the skull.
Props.
Yep. Today is officially October. Our favorite season of the year. At least I know my favorite season of the year.
Yeah.
If anybody knows us, you know that we're Halloween freaks. You know, if it were up to me, my house would be Halloween all year round.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah.
See, I only decorate out front, but I think we do. I think we bring it, you know?
I decorate bigger than Christmas. And I leave it up from September to basically December.
Yeah. Actually, I'm totally lying. Like, we put up like harvest lights and stuff. Like, there's these yellow Christmas lights that they're like all over my house during Halloween.
Yeah, I have the purple lights.
I have the purple lights outside. They look gorgeous. I love them.
Yeah, you know, so I figured, you know, we talked about it, and since this is the season of the witch, this is our season as fall kids, you know, I think we were thinking that we're going to do spirit communication. We'll do different topics that focus on ancestors and the spirits because they're coming home now throughout this season. So tonight's episode is going to be witch tips, but this time we're going to go into purification and protection, spell work, rituals, and ceremonies that you can do to keep yourself aurically and energetically in tip-top shape, and make sure that you're protected from any low-lying spirits or toxic people that you may know but may not like, you know, all of them.
Gotta be prepared. This is all about preparation.
And also like purification. That's really important because when you do come into contact with toxic people or even negative energy, it's very good to purge it out of your system before it takes root, so that you don't feel funky or some kind of way when you know that it's not really your energy that you're feeling here.
Yeah.
This doubles for spirit workers and tarot readers and mediums. You guys definitely need to be up on your purification and protection rights, because that's going to keep you safe while you're connecting with other people's energy. And it's also going to keep you feeling in tip-top shape.
So what's your top purification?
Oh, see, that's hard because I do a bunch of different ones. My go-to is I like to sweep with Florida water. Now, what that means is I'll take a little bit of Florida water, I'll put it in my hand like hand sanitizer, I'll rub it around, I'll smell it, I'll put it over my aura, and then I'll start sweeping my chakra and wiping it off of my body to get that negative energy out.
Yeah.
Every single time I do, it's easy, it's quick, it's something in 30 seconds, but you feel so energetically open and clean and just, you feel good. It's spiritual hand sanitizer.
It really is. You really feel it too. Like you feel the energy shift when you do it.
Definitely.
It's amazing stuff.
I like to do it in between clients with readings to disconnect, because every time you sit and read for somebody, you connect with their energy. Now, if you were just to have them get up and the next person sit down, you could be reading the other person's energy, the first person, when you're supposed to be reading the second person. Mm-hmm. So making sure that you sever those connections with, you know, with the sweep, the Florida water, it really makes sure that you're getting a good, clean read on the next person who's in front of you. And I'll even cleanse after them for the next person. So
yeah, definitely.
It's a good practice to have. What's your go-to?
See, okay, you're right. I don't have a top one, but I think a really powerful way to purify the home is using salt bowls. And
that's a good one.
Everywhere, especially at the front of the home. So during the whole year, I have salt bowls at the front of the home, just to, you know, bring in like any energy that people collect from outside, you know, that it just kind of gets sucked into that. So it's, you know, different, you feel different when you walk in. And I usually put herbs in there. Like right now I have rosemary and juniper. I love rosemary and juniper together, so it's
Yeah.
nice. Put some crystals in there, you know.
Well, rosemary is very good for protection and also purification. But I like when I make different products like spiritual baths and like pouches, like talisman pouches. I like to use rosemary for protection because it's such a hardy herb, and that herb, people notice that bugs don't really attack rosemary. It's a smell. So spirits, they don't like it either. You know, it
Right.
keeps them at bay if you're having issues with like attachment spirits or spirits that are getting too close to you. And even just to ward off like other, other entities and things like that.
So we use salt in different ways too, right? Like you were telling me last week to put it under the bed
Yes.
to try to, if you're having bad dreams. So that was a new one for me. Thank you.
You're welcome. I also use it if you're sick. If you have a cold or you're not feeling so good, or, or if somebody else is sick in your home, I will put it under that person's bed so it draws out the toxins as they sleep.
Great. That's awesome. Also use it in the doorways, like if you want to keep spirits out. So put a line on the doorway.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good one as well. When I do altars outside, I like to line with salt to make sure that the altar is protected.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Okay, so what's your next one?
All right, let me see. I am a big proponent of spiritual bathing.
Yes.
So if anybody knows what that is, it's when you take different herbs and you prepare water and you bless the herbs, you bless the water, you put different spiritual colognes and fragrances and essential oils, and you pray over it, and then you wash yourself with it. Either you can make a big bathtub full of it, or you can make a bucket full of it and put it over yourself. But you can make different formulas. There's so many different formulas out there. It's a very big practice within Caribbean spiritual traditions and African spiritual traditions. So, and you can find it in conjure and hoodoo as well. It has so many uses. It is so incredibly versatile. They have been written just books just about spiritual baths. There's so many different ones that you can find out there. But I like to use a regular bath of rosemary and sage, and I'll put some like cascarilla, which is like the white eggshell powder, and some Florida water in there too. For a regular purification bath. I also put mass amounts of Epsom salt. Even if you just do an Epsom salt bath in and of itself, it's great for drawing out toxins. But when you add those other herbs and the spiritual colognes and the essential oils, it just elevates it, and you can add intention to it and really go in deep. You can do it for protection. You could do it for purification. You can do love baths. You can do baths for health and wellness. You can do baths to heal your body and heal your mind or draw money in. I mean, it's really as creative as you could possibly be. There's a bath for that,
Yeah.
I feel that way
too. Too, right? Like they have the same kind of like versatility.
Yes. There's times I'll pick a petition. I'll write out a petition and have an intention, and I'll do a candle to solidify it. I'll do a bath to solidify it, and I'll do a floor wash to solidify it, to make sure that on all those levels, I'm clean, I'm energized, and I'm opening pathways to bring abundance in.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, it's versatile.
It's 3 too. I like that it's 3 things. So it's like that extra layer of like, sorry.
I also cleanse my house too.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it's 4. Never mind.
Yeah.
Synchronicity, whatever.
It's a lot of things, but the more you layer onto that intention, the more and the easier it is for that intention to manifest.
Yes, because you're piercing all these multiple layers. So yeah, I totally get it.
So what about you? What's next on your list?
I like to, for purifying your energy, which is really important, especially when you're having a lot of psychic contact or contact with spirits. I like to do a lot of vibratory work. So like chanting, especially if you're chanting Om, and really enunciating the A, the U, the M. You'll notice when you do that, you start with A. So it's, you're vibrating in your belly, your solar plexus chakra. Moves up to your like heart chakra. And then the and you notice it moves up through your crown chakra. It's very cleansing. It's very, so you raising your vibration, which protects you from negative spirit contact,
chakra toning is really good for aligning your chakras as well. When you have something that's out of sync, say you're having a really bad emotional day, you're super depressed, your you got belly pain, that's all your solar plexus energy is off. Doing that chakra toning and aligning them is going to open it up so you can release that energy out, so you're not carrying that emotions, because if you hold on to it, it can make you sick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so, and it's just, it's this chance to also, like, when you're having the vibrations and you're like literally meditating as well as having these vibrations happen inside your body and just like rhythmically moving, it changes your whole field,
It's so relaxing.
Yeah.
So relaxing. Like
yeah.
there's been times I've done similar meditations and I legitimately drool on myself. Your face gets so relaxed and droopy that like spit's coming out like.
I will spit my coffee out.
Meditate with a napkin in case you get so relaxed that you start drooling all over yourself.
Warning. Okay, what do you have next? What's next for you?
I'm a big proponent of putting up your energetic shield.
Oh, good one. Tell me.
Yeah. So basically it's reinforcing your aura. You can use different colors that mean different things. For protection in particular, I like to use a red aura. So I will focus and imagine that there is a red light surrounding my heart, and I'll push it in all directions and make it as big as it can get. And I'll hold it there and I'll make sure that the color is a pure red. Once it's there, I can open my eyes and you'll feel it. You'll feel like your whole body just grew. Mm-hmm. And you'll feel it until you put it back down. But when you're going into a toxic situation, or you're going to be around a person that just loves to hate on you, it's good to have that red auric shield up, because then you're going to prevent the evil eye, the mal de ojo. You're not going to internalize it. You're going to reflect it out. It will never be able to penetrate your aura.
Yeah. Okay.
It's also a good way to prevent tears in your aura and any kind of auric like harm or trauma that's been done there. Because if you do have slashes in your aura, attachment spirits can come through and attach onto you and feed from you. So it's very important, if you don't want to do a red light, do a white light. White is really good for purification. If I've been in a room with a lot of people, I'll put my white auric field up to purify anything that could be settling within the aura. Yeah.
I also like to do, I didn't have this on my list, but since you mentioned it, I like to do soul retrieval work, like even quick soul retrieval work to just like call my energy back home, so I don't have these like boundary holes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. That's good.
I find it's like necessary, especially if you've had like some, like turbulent childhoods. Let's call it turbulent. Like we have. But even just like in a day to day, sometimes you just kind of like leave pieces behind, and you just need to like call it back before you end up having these like gaping holes where things can come in. And so it's good to just call that energy back and purify it. So anyway,
that's important. Just to your point, that's important for empathic people that are really sensitive. You've got to make sure that your aura is your energies are being collected in, because empathic people tend to leave their energy everywhere they feel. So, I love you. Here, have some energy. Oh, you need help. Here, have some energy. And at the end of the day, they're so beat up because they gave it all away. They've got no energy left for themselves. So to be able to recall it back in helps to fortify them so that they don't feel so fatigued at
That's
the
a
end of the day.
point. Yeah, I had not thought about it from the perspective of the empath. That's a really good point.
Well, the empaths are damn care bears. They want to care about everything. I say that as an empath, so, you know, I'm talking about my own people.
So my next one was grounding. And what I mean by that is literally going outside barefoot. Sometimes I will lay on the ground, you know, if I'm especially off, you know, and it's the electrical, you know, your body is an electrical body, you know, and you're getting this energy from the earth, and it's sort of like neutralizing, you know, like I feel like it's recycling some of that like unstable energy that we can carry around with us. You know, I'm sure there's more scientific ways of explaining this, but that's just how it feels to me. Like when I go outside, and I'm specifically going outside to ground, it's usually because I'm really deeply off, and I'll go outside and just, you know, and just lay there, and I'll feel like it's all going down to the earth to be recycled. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful feeling. Would that help with any attachments? I'm not sure. I feel like
that would help massively with people who suffer from anxiety attacks. When you're having a panic attack, go out and ground. Even if you're just laying on the ground and closing your eyes and focusing on your breathing patterns, that excess tension, that excess energy that you're carrying gets seeped out, and you can ground yourself and feel calmer that way. For attachments, not so much. It's more so, I would say, for seating yourself in your own stability. It's funny because my kids ask me all the time, like, Mommy, can I take my shoes off the ground? I'm feeling stressed. And I'm like, oh yeah, baby, do your thing, you know. But they've done studies about gardening for health and well-being, that physically touching plants releases serotonin, you know, and endorphins and things like that, like the mood boosting chemicals in your brain. So walking around on the earth, it's giving you the same feeling. You know, you're becoming one with nature. That's why we're, you know, at the end of it, we're animals. And anytime we're outside in nature, that's where we're meant to be. We're not meant to be in our little cubicles and our little cracker box houses. You know,
I feel it when I'm gardening too, but it's so much more powerful just just connecting to the actual ground. I guess probably because I do a lot of container gardening, so it's weaker, you know, with the containers. Like you know, from you know, having something actually growing out of the earth. But
you still get the benefit.
You get the benefit, but it's not quite as like, you know, I feel like when you're doing it on the earth, especially when you're laying down, it's just this grand experience.
Yeah,
you know?
It's more potent.
It's huge, you know, and it's not the same for me anyway, like as when I'm gardening. But like I said, it's probably because I'm container gardening. Yeah, they want to be in the ground too. I can't, but you know, sorry guys. So, all right, your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna say smudging with dry herbs, resins, Palo Santo, sage, going through not only smudging and burning it around your aura and cleansing your aura, but also doing it in your house, in your business. I sage my car. It helps cleanse out all the toxins, you know, especially like this is medicine for, you know, many people think of it as a trendy witchy thing. It's not. It's sacred medicine. It's been used as medicine for, you know, thousands of years. Native people, especially in the Americas, have burned copal, sweetgrass, Palo Santo, all these different beautiful plants in order to purify them, because they knew that they had benefits. You know, they were very intelligent with their surroundings, you know. So when you do approach sage and resins like copal, you have to come very respectfully, and you have to acknowledge that this is sacred medicine, that this is not trendy, this is not new agey, this is medicine.
Yeah. And if you can grow it, grow it.
Yes, definitely. I grow white sage and regular sage for, for use for burning. Because there
Finally,
is a sage shortage because of, the trendy status it has nowadays with people in
and it's
the
hard
new
to
age
grow.
community.
It's really hard to grow. So I'm
Oh
proud
yeah.
for growing your own. I finally got two little guys in my hydroponic garden. So I'm so excited. I hope they get really big and I'm able to dry them and use them.
See, I had a sage explosion. I had so much sage that I was having problems harvesting it all.
Yeah.
But I was trying to grow enough to get me through to next spring. I'm doing an experiment where I'm trying to sustainably grow the plants that I use within my practice. So this year, like, I really scaled it up. But it's important, though, that you do come at this with respect, because it is sacred medicine and because it is sacred to many different native tribes and indigenous people.
Yeah.
So you got to approach it very lightly and very respectfully.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful because it really is medicine. If you're stressed out, it brings you straight down to and calms you. If you're having a panic attack, if you have a haunting in your house, if you have energy that's not supposed to be here. I also use it after I take a trip to the cemetery to make sure that I'm in good shape, and I'm not having any attachment spirits or any spirits trying to follow me. I use it quite a bit. I mean, I use it mostly to create sacred smoke in offering to the spirits, to the native spirits of the land, to the ancestors. We have some Native American ancestry, which I work very close to spiritually, and that's the first thing they want. They don't even want to talk to me unless something's been smoked out. There's been offering of smoke. So they're like, oh, you want something? You better put that copal on that charcoal if you want to ask.
So I sage too, but I haven't had a huge harvest like you, so I try to use it very sparingly.
Yeah.
But when I do use it, it's usually because I absolutely need it in the home. So I'll like cleanse the home and ask for protection. Like I'll go counterclockwise if I'm trying to banish something.
Of course. You can also do that kind of working with regular incense. So if you are concerned about the use of sage and the use of sacred like smoke and herbal medicines, you can use different incense blends to cleanse yourself. They're not as potent, but they'll help you out.
You know me, I need potent for the reasons that I need it, because I tend to attract a lot of spirits. So,
you're a sponge.
Yeah, I am. Like, remember we left the cemetery and I'm like, somebody's attached to me. Like, I know. Like they just flocked to me. It's got to be the hair. I don't know. But
I go through cycles with that. Sometimes they want to be all up on me, and then other times they're like, yeah, she's good. But I'm going through.
Oh, did you know the sage has mild psychoactive properties? I've recently found that out.
I'm not surprised. I have had very strange feelings about sage. I've had very weird, kind of trippy experiences. I attributed it to something else, but now that you say it, it might have been the sage.
Yeah.
I don't know, but some people smoke it. I have not smoked sage. I don't know if that's crossing a line for me, but
yeah. I think that's not I don't think I could do that either.
Yeah, it seems a little harsh. It sounds like it's gonna burn.
It's usually so huge, like I feel like it would just look ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen like smokable herbal blends, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, they're not smoking a huge smudge stick. Hopefully
I don't know how they're doing it, but I saw that on a website. I was like, what? I'm like, I didn't know you could smoke that. All right. They were smoking lavender. I had no idea. By the way, for all of you, try what you want to try. I don't condone it. It's not for me. but no judgment.
No judgment, but we're not endorsing.
No, I like to burn my herbs as offering. I don't like to smoke them.
What was next on your list?
Let's see. Wearing blessed talismans and medals. You know, you guys may have seen, I always have medals. I have the evil eye, you know, to keep away mal de ojo and any kind of jealousy and things like that. Having blessed protection medals, whether it be a St. Michael medal or, you know, whoever you want to work with, if it's a patron, deity, or saint that's protecting you, if you have a guardian angel one, it even a pentacle, you know, I have pentacle ring. These are keeping me, these are beautiful protection symbols that I am protected by spirit, and I can enchant them to help fortify my protection aura, you know, to fortify my energies. And it can keep it when, say, you know, God forbid you have somebody who's psychically throwing, you know, nests at you. It helps make sure that you're extra prepared so it doesn't hit you. It bounces back and goes back home to them. It's not fun when it happens. I'll tell you that.
I have some stones that you gave me, the bracelets. One of them is from a fair that we went to once a while back, but I still have bracelets that you made for me from way back. So it's like absorbing some
definitely
negative energy. But I think you're right. I should invest in some metals. That's a good tip.
Yeah, you know, I really found wearing them, the one that I wear, I'm not going to mention what deity it is, but it's a protection deity, and she's very fierce with her protection. And every time I am without it, I can feel that I feel a difference. Like energetically, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. I better hurry up and finish my shower before somebody get fresh and throw some magic on me. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, I do everything except shower with them on. Sometimes I will shower with them on. It depends on what's going on. But I feel like it's an extra layer of protection. Also, like crystal jewelry. I'll wear hematite jewelry because hematite absorbs it and releases negative energy back out. The thing with hematite, though, is that not everybody can tolerate that stone. So it does funny stuff to funny people, you know, to some people.
What does it do to some people?
I have heard that it can give you hives.
Oh, okay. Like a skin reactions. Okay.
Yeah. But I've never had that experience.
But I wonder if it's like a spiritual reason, or just
I think so. I think it's like an allergy, like their aura just doesn't vibe with that stone. I'm like that with carnelian. Anytime I'm holding carnelian, I feel really overheated. Like I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't tolerate it. Even down to, I don't even like the color of it.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's not a stone for me.
It's weird how like different herbs and different stones just don't want to work with you, you know. Like,
oh yeah.
But like, you know,
I can't grow basil because I had a beetle apocalypse that sent my brother to the emergency room when a beetle flew into his ear. That was fun.
Had other issues with the basil, which was really like interesting, you know. I kind of have similar things with lavender, but I love lavender and I just couldn't grow it for some reason, and it's supposed to be really easy. So I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. I can't do any, like I can try to use it occasionally if I'm doing any kind of work with like candle work. I can use it, but I can't use basil if it touches my body. For some reason, I can't grow it outside, and I cannot have it on my body.
Yeah.
You know, you have to intuitively work with a lot of these herbs, these crystals, and any of these tools, because something maybe work great for one person and cause irritation for another. You just really got to play it by ear and be safe.
Yeah, right. Definitely. So
what about you, girl?
So super mundane, but movement is amazing for clearing stuff out and raising your vibration, you know. So like talking you know, I'm not a runner, clearly, but like jogging, yoga, I'm much more my speed, yoga, dance, like just literally dancing in the kitchen, raise your vibration.
That's what I do.
All the time when there's no adults home. You know?
Oh no, I got full dance, salsa, merengue dance parties in my kitchen with my kids. And they see mommy dancing around with a wooden spoon in her hand, like, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, mix the food, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, you know?
Yeah, because it really raises your vibration. Like, it's amazing. And when your vibration is raised, you're more protected. You know, like, I feel like it's just like a natural protection, you know? I do that a lot. I do actually a lot of singing too, like when no other adults are home. My daughter is so into Frozen. Like, she's late to the party, but she's only 2. She's so into Frozen.
Oh my God. Song. See, that's the Let It Go will be the song I hear if, God forbid, I ever go to hell. That's my hell. That and Baby Shark.
You feel so good when you're singing it. Like, she makes me sing it. Like, I'm not just singing it on my own. She wants me to sing it, but we sing it together, and it feels so good. Like, I was like, this is really good writing. Like, you know, the writers who did this, because, you know, it sounds good when you're listening to it. You're just overexposed to it. It's happened, you know, too many times over the years.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's my PTSD soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's Baby Shark and Let It Go.
I don't even know how you heard it so much, because you don't have a girl, but whatever.
Riley got down with, my little one got down with Frozen when it came out. He liked the snowman.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think of that. Okay.
And then he used to run around pretending he had ice powers. So, hey, he liked Elsa too.
So your child.
I know. He's like, Mom, watch out. It's slippery. I used my ice powers and I made an ice skating rink. I was like, oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. And then I pretend to slip.
But it is. It's so, like, it raises your vibration. Like, when you're singing, you're dancing, you know, like, these things, there are human gifts, and they're natural protectants, you know? So it's definitely something you can use every day without looking witchy. You know?
On that note, I do a variation that you may do it at home and not realize what you're doing, but I am into primal cursing, you know, which is screaming obscenities and releasing the energy that way.
See, and I just thought you were using sentence enhancers. I had no idea.
No, I was doing energetic work. I was cursing all those bad vibes out my body.
Great. I'm going to use that one.
It's great.
A pillow over my face.
Oh, no. I will say it to a person. I will say it in public. I will do it at home. I will do it in the car. I don't care where I am. If it got to come out, it got to come out.
Okay.
I also use the occasional angry cry when you're so mad and you want to hit somebody, but you can't. So it just comes out in those angry tears. But when you got to get it out, you got to get it out. It's not healthy to hold on to it because that gives you cancer and makes you sick.
Yeah. And also attracts, you know,
all sorts of negative shit that you don't need.
Exactly. Exactly.
So let's see. I'm going to see. All right. So the last one that I have is, if anybody knows me, you know, I love candle work. Candle work is the pinnacle of my spiritual practice. I will do a candle for prosperity. I'll do a candle to shut a bitch up. I will do a candle, you know, to make sure that I'm successful and open up pathways. I'll do it for protection. I'll do it for purification. I'll do it to honor people. I'll do it for offering. I can make a candle for anything, you know, and it's so versatile because you can customize it with herbs, you can customize it with oils, you can customize it with crystals, you know, different prayers, different incantations, different petitions, different configurations. There's so much you can do with candles. Mm-hmm. And, you know, for anybody who wants a good basic book, Scott Cunningham's candle working book is pretty good. It's old as hell, but it's the old one and a good one. That's like a general one. Yeah. I have other, a lot of them I've come to intuitively use, if you're working with certain herbs that call to you, like rosemary is my absolute favorite. I put rosemary in everything, whether it's a bath, a candle, depending on the working, everybody needs protection. So throw in some rosemary,
Yeah.
Right. Working, if you're going to do a protection, working with black or white is good. If you're working for purification, white. If you're doing one for healing, blue. If you're doing one for money, you could do gold or green. You can use the different corresponding candle colors to strengthen the power of your candle and the power of your petition.
Yeah.
A lot of times I like to do, especially if I have a big working, like I know, say hypothetically somebody decided to mess with me and come stepping towards me and decides to throw some kind of spiritual working on me, I will do what's called a novena. Well, I'll take the candle and I will do a configuration with a few different candles and a glass of water, and I'll set them up, and I'll use 7-day candles, and I'll make offering in the meantime with prayer and copal and incense, and I'll feed that working over those 9 days.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the best protection working you can do.
That's great. Thank you.
And it, you could get more in depth with it. There's some stuff I left out, but
yeah,
you got to customize it to what's good for you. But that one's a really good, like somebody's trying to mess with me. I need to, situate people. I need to lock myself down like Fort Knox.
I got a practical question about that.
Sure.
Do you leave them for the full 9 days, or do you start, stop, put them in the bathtub? Like people do different things. What do you do?
I put them in a pot.
Put them in a pot and
I
leave
put
them
in a pot. Or I have this baking sheet that has really deep, it's like deep. And I'll put my petition, all my candles, my water, my, the copal and the incense burner, I'll put that to the side and my petition with it. And I'll leave that there until it burns. And I'll put it on my kitchen table where even if it was to get hot, even if something was to explode, the sheet would contain it.
Yeah.
It would just burn out within the sheet.
Right.
You've got to be very careful. Now, if you are going to start and stop it, get a snuffer and snuff the candle out. Don't blow it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I'm old school. I like to leave them till they burn down.
Is like one of the most underrated witch tools there is.
Hell yeah. I bought like 4 of them for $1 at the dollar store. I have them all over.
No kidding. I you get them at the dollar store.
I am queen of the dollar store witchery. All right. I will work massive mountains with a dollar store candle.
That's great. It's good tip. These are good witch tips, guys.
Definitely. And I like the candles, the ones that are used like during Hanukkah. They're the perfect size for like quick magic.
Yeah.
When, say, that rent is due and you need $100. You grab one of those little candles, you dress it with the herbs and the oil, light it, wait an hour, and your money's on the way.
Yeah.
Those are really good candles, and they're good quality candles.
Right. So I have one last one. I am new to this, so I'm going to have to let you guys know how it goes. But I just started working with the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram.
Nice.
And that's a good daily hygienic cleansing, banishing ritual. So it's going good so far. I feel like, it's definitely helping to keep things out of my field and, works to like sort of soften the lines between waking state and dreaming state so that you're allowed to manifest even more. So that's really, it's going good so far. I'll let you guys know more as
definitely
through the months with it.
If there is a ritual or spell work or witch tip you guys want to drop to us, you can email it to us at rebelcrowpsychicshow@gmail.com. We would love to hear what you guys have to say, or you could comment on this video. That works too. We hope that you liked what we had going on tonight. We're doing witch tips. I know you guys love when we do witch tips, so we hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe at Rebel Crow Psychic Show, and check out our website, rebelcrowpsychicshow.com. We do a weekly podcast episode that hits typically on Thursdays. You can find it on YouTube and on all platforms for podcasts. If you would like to have a reading with me, Athena Silver, I do tarot, mediumship readings, and spiritual cleansings. I also do candle working and spiritual baths. I can make products. Check out my website. It's readingswithathenasilver.com. My Instagram is athena.silver. I'm on Facebook at Readings with Athena Silver, and I'm on TikTok with the rest of the 12-year-olds, Athena_Silver. So check me out with my dumb videos on TikTok. How about you, Anya? How can they find you?
Those are cute. I am on Facebook and Instagram at Anya River, ANJARIVER. Feel free to reach out, DM, if you would like a tarot reading with me.
Definitely, and her readings are good, so holla at her. Anyway, we hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.